Stay double file.
Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky 194, and I appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video. And we're here in LFM, Low Field Motorsports, in the Coach Dave Sprint Series, and we are here at Suzuka in the short race. Just kind of got off work and just kind of jumped right in, so I'm kind of going in cold turkey. I'm trying the other setup compared to the one I did the last time here with the Porsche. This is the one that is not the max wing. So hopefully we can make it work, I hope, as I'm not doing that well in LFM anyway. But hopefully the goal is to finish, preferably in the top 10. I'd like to be in the top 5. But these guys are very aggressive, so we'll just have to see what we can do. I've had to make some educated guesses on the setup.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
Wow. I mean, I'm right next to him. Wow. These people, I don't know. I guess maybe they don't have the radars on or something. I don't know. I think you can hear me. See how the Porsche deals with the very fast Honda, and of course you got some BMWs up there. Another Porsche up there. Third, it looks like. That's my qualifying lap, of course, because I'm kind of cold turkey, so. Hopefully the tires will cool down. Didn't really get a good couple laps to see what they would go up to, so I kind of went down on the ducts to hopefully I didn't go down too much. That was close. I almost ran into the back of them. Kind of messed me up.
Well done, mate. Go for left.
Yeah, shoot, they're too hot. Got it. Wish I would have had a better idea what the pressures would have been. Whoa. Okay.
The car is exiting the pits. Watch out. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Oh man, is he flirting with danger? Woo! You guys are slowing me down. At least in the curvy sections, but nothing I can do about it.
Well done, mate. Trust your best.
it. Didn't come off that corner good. Yeah, I should be running faster than this, but I just can't get around nobody to try to do it.
Behind the car in front in sector 2.
They're still back there, only about 2 seconds behind, so. Yeah, there's in the braking zones in some of the places I just can't go in as hard as I want to. A lot better run off of that corner that time.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yes.
We're halfway through. Keep pushing.
Dang it. Porsche, he's not going to get away unless I mess up. Little deep.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
We're leaving everybody behind us, so that's good. Take that the best. Looks like we're starting to catch up to these other guys.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 2.
All right, we're up to 4th. Oh, turn went off. Definitely small inputs. See, I get so close up to him, and that's not good either. So, I mean, either way, I'm just... not good.
Car on the right.
right. Woohoo! Go, go, go. Didn't get off of there the greatest, but it wasn't terrible. Alright, my fastest lap of the race. That's good.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 2. Well done, mate. Personal best. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Left front keeps getting a little hotter, or a little more pressure, Don't like that. Don't like that.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
I've made up a little bit of ground on the McLaren. What I'm doing.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
I like to get some pressure on him, but just basically keeping pace. on my Delta.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Don't get behind him. Jeez. Good night, dude. He must be looking in his mirror the whole time or something.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Leader has finished the race.
It's alright, I'll take it.
Excellent job, mate. P3, we're on the podium. Now bring it back home safely.
Alright. I'll take it. Whew. Finished third. So I'm happy with that. And see, there's another 5,600s there. So yeah, 2014. It's okay. It's not bad. Should be better than that, but you know, the temperatures are good, but they're just right in that range. But they're not like it's really cold or anything. But it's not bad. Again, we'll go over the setup and check it out. And I made a couple little bit adjustments. I mean, it's not major, but I'll probably just go over that and just basically like overwrite the setup of the one that was on there, because it's still so close. I mean, I just did a few little things here and there, but now see, I can hold it wide open going through that fast left-hander, and that was before I couldn't do that. So now I'm able to pretty much go through there, and that's where I actually made both of my passes. So, well, yeah, I did. Well, one I was making it before there, but the other one I made it after. So, but again, it's a good raceable package. But yeah, we need to go over the data, see if there's anything else I need to adjust, and of course I'll leave the link to the setup in the description. But after we'll come back here, and then we'll also go to the LFM homepage and check out the results. Alrighty, we're back here at Suzuka, and I wanted to check one thing to see if the car reacted the way I was hoping to, and I think it did. I think it was better, and so I did a few laps. Plus, I wanted to make sure the tires were the right pressures as far as for the track temperatures and things like that. So, and you see, I ran a 201.34, so that was actually faster with no drafting, obviously, compared to what I was in the race, and it was only like the second fast lap. So, I mean, I had a good amount of fuel on. So again, I think it's definitely helping it in some of the areas of the track, especially that hairpin. So let's go over the setup. And I got 25.8 for the front tires and 25.6 for the rear tires. The toe is negative 0.15 with the camber at negative 3.4 and the caster at 10 on the front. And on the rear, the toe is positive 0.1 with the camber at negative 2.8. Also, the wear on the race, I checked it. It was good. It just had light graining on the front tires. That was it after the 25 minutes, so I thought that was really good. Electronics, I have at 4, 3, and 4. Now, this is another area that you might be able to try if you think it won't get away from you. You can knock these down to 3 and it might be a little quicker, but I just did that just to have a little bit of reserve, because it is very, you got to drive it, that's for sure. Of course, I had 50 liters in the tank. I had 4 on the anti-roll bar, 51 in the brake bias. Steering is 14. Of course, the brake bias, you can go down to 50, no problem. Springs in the front are 127,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 5. And on the rear, the springs are 193,000 with a bump stop rate of 800 and a bump stop range of 15. Any roll bar is 2, and the preload on the diff is 100. So again, this is where I changed a few things. The one thing I changed after the race is the spring in the rear. So that's the one thing that I had on the setup with the Max wing. I had these springs on the back, so I wanted to try it with this. Since it's still got a good amount of wing, it's just not as much. So I wanted to try it with that, and also it helped rotate the car on that hairpin turn, and just give it a little bit more, and some of these sweepers help it to rotate and things like that just slightly. So I want to make sure it wasn't I didn't want it to over rotate and slide or loop it, so I wanted to check it. So that's why I did a few laps, and it was fine. Now again, from the other setup that I did, and I'm making this just a new setup. I just went ahead and just that way I don't have to people go on the other video, they're going to get confused and understand why the link doesn't work anymore. So anyway, I just making this a whole new setup. But anyway, also from the other setup that's similar to this, I also went down on the anti-roll bar 1 on the front and the rear. And the biggest thing to get that thing to go through the left-hander right there is up in the preload on the diff. I think I had a lot less diff. And so what it was doing was the one tire was just basically making it loop around, since it was, and basically, the more diff you add on a long sweeping turn, sometimes you get a mid-corner understeer, but I actually want that here, not understeer, but I want the car to be more neutral, where instead of basically halfway through the corner, instead of the car looping and swapping ends, basically with the diff locking up faster, it's making the car just drive through it and give it a more neutral feeling instead of basically wanting to swap ends. So again, that's the big difference on getting the car from being loose through that fat. You can basically hold it wide open going through there to before I couldn't, and now I can. So that's probably the biggest difference. Shocks, let's go over those. I did not even check Motec, so let's go over that. No, I didn't. It wasn't really ready, so sorry about that. But I figured we'd go ahead and go over it. Here we go, and we'll go off of the fast lap here. So this is 48, it's 49. I mean, that could go up a little more. Just go up a click. Not a big thing, really. I don't want to make big adjustments, just minor. This one's 51, so this needs to come down. But I don't think it can. So actually, it's probably about as much you're going to do. Yeah. So I don't think I can do anything with that one. So it's already down to 1. So let's go to the next one. See, that's like 49. So again, I'll come down 1 here again. Or, go up 1. I'm sorry. Go up 1. Because this is already, that's a little high. I could adjust that, but it's close. So I'll leave it. This one's 50. Again, this one's like 51. I wish I could do something with it, but the only thing I could do is lower the low percentage here. And really, I don't want to do that. I'd rather do the high bump or fast bump, but I can't. So nothing really I can do with that one. Go down here, it's 47.7. So again, it needs to come up. It looks like actually looks like this needs to go down and this needs to come up. So we'll go down and go up. And here we got 51, almost 52. So again, that does need to go down. So I will go down 1 there, because that's pretty much all stacked up right through here, and I would like this to come down. So this one is 47.9. So again, this needs to actually come down a little bit because it's stacking up here right here through here on the low side, but the fast bump can come up. So again, I'll go down and up. And of course that one's again 52. So again, I'll just do what I can do and go down one there. So some minor adjustments. But again, I like to go over that to get it as close as I can. So again, that should help, but it still wasn't too bad, really, to be honest, with the bumps and things like that. And it was still you could slide a little bit, and it was fine. So I'm good with it. Again, each corner making a small adjustment. Aero got 53 in the front, 3 splitter, 70 rear ride height, 10 rear wing, and a 3 and a 3 and a brake ducts, and the front aero variation is a 2.2 to the positive. This is, I think, all the same. Excuse me. I think this is all the same as the other setup. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure it is. The only thing I think different is the splitter might be a little different. I might have one or more difference in the splitter, the front splitter. But in the race and the brake ducts, I had it at 1 less. I had it at 2 because it was cooler. It was like 20 degrees Celsius. So I did have them at 2. I should have just lowered the pressures down a little bit more and just left it at 2. But again, I usually normal at 3 at keeping it around 22, 24 degrees Celsius. So again, I think it's a really good setup. Again, if you don't, I don't mind showing the Motec, but if you all don't like that, please let me know in the comments below. I just try to show and be as open as I can and show that what I'm adjusting it to, and that it is, adjusted with using Motec, and trying to get it as close as I can so you guys can kind of see the graphs and see where I'm at, so you can see where you're at basically when you're using the setup. So that should be the setup, and of course there'll be a link in the description. And so let's go ahead and run over to LFM, go to the home page, and see the results. All right, well, here we are in the LFM homepage, and I did a race. I tried to do a race Sunday, I think it was last weekend at Silverstone, when it was Silverstone, because I was trying to do the 45-minute race once in a while because, like I'll show you, you get the multiplier. But unfortunately, right before the race, my internet decided it was going to give me a problem, which it never does. I got really good internet, and it decided it just was going to start screwing up. So I started going through the thing of resetting everything and all that, and just, it was like a mad dash. And actually, time I got in to the server, it was halfway through qualifying, and my internet still wasn't working right. You could tell he's getting a little jerk in and a little things like that, which I'm not gonna say that was an excuse because I just probably just messed up, but I was driving the Ferrari. I never drive the Ferrari 488 Evo, and I was trying to do something different with that, and it just got me all messed up. But anyway, I quit the race because it just wasn't working right as far as driving right. It just didn't feel right, and like I said, it just seemed like it was stuttering. And sure enough, when I got out, my internet was still like way messed up. So anyway, that kind of hurt me a little bit there because I lost some more of my ELO on that, but my safety rating was okay, but my ELO took a hit. So let's go and see what we got here. And I was in split 5 down near the bottom here, but I finished 3rd, got on the podium. So really happy with that because I started 8th, moved up 5 positions. That was a fun race, and the only, I don't mind LFM. It's fun. So I do enjoy it, but the only thing that's negative, which you can't help it, is you just I just don't know the people. So that's the only thing that's one thing that's nice about the the competition server. I know some of the guys in there, and of course that's one thing I like about Pan Am. That you race with a lot of the same guys most of the time, so it's really fun. You really get to know, they get to know you as far as your how you race and things like that. But again, that's just how it is. So it makes it a different challenge, another curveball, because you just never know how somebody's going to react. Or the same thing with them to me. They don't know how I'm going to react. So, but we had 7 incident points. Safety rating went up 0.15, and the ELO went up 65. So at least it went in the right direction. I'm still way down. I got 6.92 in my safety rating, and my ELO is up to 1264. So my safety rating is doing really good. My ELO is really tanking, but we got this whole season. It's just started, so we just keep working on it. And again, I got to keep drilling into my brain. Basically, whether it is a third or a eighth or a 10th or whatever, 12th or whatever, just to finish and get what you can get, but finish and try to get the points as clean as you can without having any incidents, and that's including going off the track. So again, I don't like doing that either because you get incident points for doing that. So again, of course, I got 90 points over here. So that again, I went up 5 positions. So I think that's a good result. And I hope you enjoyed the race. I thought it was really fun. Give me a like and subscribe, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It really would appreciate it. And any support, whether watching the whole video or any of those things, I do have a PayPal account. And thank you to everybody that has contributed with PayPal. Special thanks to you all. And again, I sure hope you come back and join me for the next race. And I have a big race with Pan Am coming up this weekend, which of course, it probably won't come up till during the week, but I'll be doing that this weekend. So I hope you join me for that and other races that's going on, and or setups, and any comment or feedback is great. I love talking to all my sim racing friends, and y'all take care. See ya.